Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard. I felt like having a personal cry after I saw a headline that declared that the giant Japanese electronic manufacturers that revolutionized the consumer electronics market when I was entering my adult years are dead. Once venerable names like Sony, Panasonic, and Sharp have been besieged by competition from rivals in the U.S., South Korea, and increasingly China. Not that long ago, those Japanese companies were considered premium brands. They made virtually everything from televisions to microwaves to digital music players. There seemed to be no way to stop their momentum. Their products often carried higher price tags to reflect their perceived quality, and people snapped them up. These days, the Japanese consumer electronics giants have been largely reduced to also rans, many of which struggle to turn a profit. Today, Sony's debt was downgraded for the second time in a month to one notch above junk status by Moody's. Sharp, a massive loser in the stock market this year, is already at junk status and is seeking a bailout from the Japanese government. Panasonic's leadership has already signaled a willingness to shed any unprofitable business, which means that Panasonic televisions may disappear from store shelves one day. This collapse marks a dramatic change for companies that once stood on top of the consumer electronics world. It also largely marks the end of an era in which those Japanese companies thought they could operate in a myriad of different businesses. Ironically, South Korea's Samsung Electronics, which in the previous decade was a scrappy, low-cost player in the business, has adopted that make-everything approach and has actually been far more successful than their Japanese rivals. So how did the likes of Sony and Sharp lose their way? As it is with any other downfall story, they failed to pay attention to shifting trends and were outmaneuvered by overseas competitors. As consumer markets shifted to digital media and games, mobile devices, software apps, and the internet, the Japanese struggled to keep up. External factors like the rising value of the Japanese yen, which made products exported from Japan more expensive abroad and cut into margins at home, further squeezed the companies. Indeed, a sad day. Oh well, time to fire up my Galaxy smartphone and catch a flick. Reporting for Computer Insider, I'm Bob Pritchard.